Hello. A few days ago, I was having a conversation with one of my sons, and I was sharing with him how our experience with people can change from one person to the other. I said years ago, I met your grandmother, your dad's mom, and I spent a week with her in California. I said you were 3 months at that time, and she was helping me like the whole time I was there. Every time I was sleeping and you woke up, she will feed you. She cooked for me. She made desserts. She made you a sweater, a little hat. And so I said my experience of your grandma was a kind person, loving, helpful. And when I shared this with your dad, how I perceived her, he was like, no way, you're talking about someone different. I said, well, sometimes we're not conscious that we can be perceived in different ways. For example, I said, if this was your grandma and this was your dad, I could be looking at her from a total different perspective. My experience of her was totally opposite. But then maybe somebody else at work or maybe friends could see her from a different perspective. I said, so what happens is that we're not fixed. We are not set in our behaviors because we're constantly changing. And I said, and if we allow for the experience of a person to influence the way we perceive them, then we're not allowing ourselves to see the whole picture. Or maybe we might miss out. So I told him another story. About 5 years ago, when I met Oliver, my former partner, I received a phone call from two of his exes. And they were trying to warn me on the type of person this man was. And they shared the things that they perceived were negative about him and how I should be cautious and I should possibly not engage with him in a serious way. And I said, as much as I appreciated their phone call and the time they took to share that with me, I was very straightforward and I told them, I am going to experience my experience with him. And no matter what happens, whatever happens at the end will be perfect for me. It will be an experience that I need to live through. How many times in your life do you allow the experience of someone else to influence you? How many times in your life do you allow for somebody's perceptions to affect the way you see or do things in your life? For me, the experience with Oliver was an amazing experience because it allowed me to see myself. It allowed me to grow. It allowed me to heal. If I would have chosen to stay back or in the relationship as these women were suggesting, I would have never gotten what I received from him in the time we spent together. Changing perceptions is an amazing process. It's a very simple process, and it can be done with very little time, in a very short amount of time. If you would like to learn more about the possibilities and how easy it is to transform those perceptions, for example, the world is a dangerous place, and experience life in a different way, send me a message. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.